Hi there, welcome to Pilates. We're just gonna need a mat today. You won't need anything extra. I plan on posting a quick Pilates ring or magic circle video today after probably this afternoon. So if you are missing that, if you have a magic circle at home, be looking for that video. It's one of my favorite things to work out with. I think I own like 4 of them, but I've loaned quite a few of them out, so I only have one at home right now. Otherwise, I'd share. So look for that video upcoming. And again, today you're just going to need a mat. You might want some water, potentially a sweat towel if you get real sweaty. But we're going to go ahead and get to it here. I'm waiting just till I started just a little bit early. So it's 11:01. I'm going to wait till 11:02 to get going. But I want you to think about what we're going to do today. So Pilates is like one long movement, right? So we never stop moving, even if it feels like it's kind of a break. If we're getting a drink or something, that's a little bit different. But transitioning from one thing to another, or even holding in a position, we're trying to make that tighter and deeper all the way through. Pilates focuses on your core or your powerhouse. So Joe Pilates would describe your powerhouse from your hips to your rib cage all the way around. So we're working through those really deep pelvic floor muscles. We're working through the obliques, all of the abdominals, and around into the small back. I will give modifications for a lot of things as we go through them. So if there's some things that aren't so happy, your body's not so happy with today, go ahead and try those modifications. And if it's your first time in Pilates, I want you to do those basic movements first, and then maybe watch this again and try it again and see how you do. We typically do about 6 repetitions of each thing, but I'm not a great counter. I'm not watching my screen, so if you're commenting and telling me, hey Kim, we only did 4 on this side and 8 on the other, I'm sorry, we'll just have to make that up later if I get it wrong. Sometimes I miss something on one side to another. I am planning on doing a sideline series today, and that's one of the places that I'll miss something. So you can tell me, but I'll probably not see it because I'm not watching the screen as we're going. All right, so I think it's about time to get started. I typically like to start standing. So I want you to come onto your mat, and we're going to go ahead and bring our feet into parallel to begin today. So those feet are nice and together, those legs and knees, everything's turned forward. Roll your shoulders back and down. Good. And I want you to just rock your weight back onto your heels and onto your toes. So you're just rolling the weight forward and back. And I want you to start breathing with that. So we're going to inhale and exhale. Inhale, pull it back to the heels. Exhale, press it forward onto the toes. Inhale. Exhale. Good. A couple more like that. Inhale and exhale. Now I want you to make this so big that you almost feel like you might be falling backwards or forward. So you're challenging that balance just a little bit. So in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. Inhale and exhale. Remember that you're trying to make the rib cage expand out, not up and down. Inhale and exhale. Perfect. I just want you to roll back onto the heels so the weight is in the heels and open the toes up. So now we're in first position. We're going to zip those thighs up and wrap them around the femur. So I'm feeling like the upper backs of my thighs are really squeezing together. That's engaging right into those glutes. And then the thighs are pointed out over the toes here. Inhale and exhale. Again, just like that. Inhale and exhale. Good. So we're going to go ahead and do that rocking again. Inhale and exhale. Good. So it's a little lift up through the toes and a little press down into the toes where the heels come up. Inhale and exhale. Good. Squeeze those thighs together. Inhale and exhale. At this point, those legs might be starting to get just a little bit sassy, right? Just slightly uncomfortable as you're squeezing in, pulling those abs up and in as though they originate between your legs. And one more like that. Perfect. Good. Stay right here. Shoulders back. Bring those arms out. Shoulders are back and down. So make sure that you're not squeezing those shoulders up next to your ears. We want to relax these muscles. There are bully muscles. They want to take over. It's where we carry a lot of stress. So keep those down. Shoulders back and down. Reach long through your fingers and make sure you can see your thumbs wiggling out of the corners of your eyes. Good. We're just going to do a torso twist. That means belly button down in concrete. Cannot move. Belly button up is going to twist side to side. Inhale and exhale. Give me 1, 2, 3 small pulses. Inhale to center and exhale, switch. 1, 2, 3. Belly button in. Draw those thighs together. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Look over that back shoulder. 2, 3. Inhale and exhale. 1, 2, 3. Inhale and exhale. 1, 2, 3. Again. Inhale and exhale. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Exhale. One more time to the other side. Inhale and exhale. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. I want you to bring your arms out right in front of you. Shoulder blades backing down. We are going to keep those heels together if you can. If you need to turn the feet into parallel, that's a great place to begin. So see what you got. Shoulders back. Inhale and exhale. Just rise up onto the toes and back. And lift and down. Good. We're going to do just a couple more just through the lift. And then we're going to add in a little bit of arm work. One more, please. Inhale and exhale. Good. So this time when we come up, inhale, exhale up, open and close the arms, and then come down. Inhale and exhale up, open, bring the arms back in and down. Good. So find yourself relying on those abdominals to help with that steadiness. Good. Spread the weight out between all 10 of those toes. Open and close. Good. And open and close. We're going to change it just slightly. Bring the arms down in front. They're going to come up. They're going to stay there. We're going to look side to side while we're up and then come down. So shoulders back, draw those abs up and in. Again, they've originated between the legs. You're really pulling them up. Should have actually engaged the glutes as well. Shoulders back. Here we go. Inhale and exhale and come back forward and down. Good. So just looking over each shoulder adds a layer of challenge to that balance challenge. Inhale and exhale. Good. And down. Inhale, back down. Almost lost it there. Inhale up. Exhale each direction. Can you blow all your air out and then inhale on the way down? Inhale up. Exhale. And down. Perfect. How about one more? And out. Over, and down. Good. Shoulders back and down. Perfect. We're going to bring the heels together here, and we're going to do a little demi-plie. So we're going to bend the knees, and then we're going to releve onto those heels. So shoulders back. Open the arms to where you need them. All right, so that might even mean that your hand is on a wall or a chair. Inhale and exhale. Just lift the heels and lower. Lift and lower. Just warming up through those ankles as well as those thighs and glutes. Keep the heels together. Don't let them come apart. And 6. Good. Now we're going to make it even bigger. So we're going to bend, lift the heels, come tall, heels come back together, down. Bend the knees, lift the heels all the way up, come tall, heels together and down. Bend the knees, lift the heels, come tall, heels together and down. Bend, heels, tall, woo, heels together. I'm going to lose it. There we go. And down. Good. Couple more here. And up. And down. Shoulders back. All right. Pay attention to those arms. I lost them. Try to keep them about shoulder height. And last time. Bend. Heels. Tall. Heels back together. Losing it. And down. Perfect. Roll the shoulders. Excellent. I want you to bring those feet a little bit wider than shoulder distance apart. We're going to do a standing saw. Shoulders back, reach long. So the idea behind this movement, why it's called a saw, is that the body is moving forward and back almost like you were on a two-person saw, right? You're squeezing and pushing, but we're going to go a little bit at an angle here. So I want you to think about your pinky finger coming down to the outside of your pinky toe. Another take on the saw thing is that you're sawing off your pinky toe with your pinky finger. Shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale. First, I want you to bring that right arm down and left arm up. And you're going to look at that left arm. Now, pull your abs up and in. Hinge forward. Bring that hand to the outside. Give me a 1, 2, 3 small pulses. Use your abdominals to stack yourself up. And let's go to the other side. Inhale. And exhale down. 1, 2, 3. Saw that pinky toe off with the pinky finger. Inhale and exhale. 1, 2, 3. Stack up. Use those abs. Inhale and exhale. 1, 2, 3. Draw yourself up. Stack tall. Inhale and exhale. 1, 2, 3. Use those abs. Use the glutes. There you are. Inhale and exhale. Reach. 1, 2, 3. Belly button uses its strength to pull you up. And again. 2, 3. And up tall. Good. Shoulders backing down. We're going to keep the same movement. I'm going to turn the feet a little bit more parallel here. We're going to keep the same movement. We're just going to speed it up. So we're just going to go 1 down, center, and 1 across. Now, you notice I just did the movement standing up. If you're getting at all dizzy, you're not going to bring that head down lower. You'll just do exactly that. Reach and reach. All right? So otherwise, we're going to try to come all the way down. We're going to do 6 on each side. And we're going to do it pretty quickly. Shoulders back. Inhale and exhale. Reach. 1, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Use those abs. Feel that stretch through the back side, right? Inhale. Exhale. Good. 5. 5. 1 more, please. Inhale. Look at that tuck thumb each time. And up. And up. Shoulders back. Reach those arms long. Keep your feet right where they are. Maybe turn them out a little bit if you're more comfortable there. Arm circles. Inhale. And exhale. 6. 5. 4. Are you using those abs to keep you tall? 2. And 1. Reverse. Inhale and exhale. 6. 5. 4. 3. Each circle a full breath. 2. And a little pause at the top. And 1. Good. Bring those arms down. Roll the shoulders. Last movement for the arms. Reach up. We're going to tuck those elbows behind and reach again. Good. Squeeze the elbows together. And 6. Perfect. All right. Roll the shoulders. Step to the front edge of your mat. And we're going to end up on our back from the tailbone to the bottom of the shoulder blades. Head and neck staying curled and looking toward the belly button. So you get there however you can. If you want to try it my way, it's a bit of a, I don't know, ballerina-ish movement. So arms are out. I'm going to take my dominant foot behind me, placing the top of my foot on the mat. You might want to try your opposite foot. I like the dominant. It makes it more challenging for me. Now I'm going to bend all the way down onto the shin. Tuck myself right in. Can you see that? My nose is like basically on my knee. Rolling back, untuck that foot. 1 vertebra at a time, all the way down. Reach the arms long. If you're new to Pilates, I want you to keep your feet right here. Otherwise, a little bit of an intermediate position is tabletop. A little bit more advanced is an extension. So I'm going to start in tabletop. Reach long, train your eyes right on your belly button, and we're going to pretend we're in a shallow pool. We'll pat the water. Here we go. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach a little farther through those fingertips. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're about halfway. I'm going to add on heels together, toes apart. Squeeze those legs together and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You want to lower and raise those legs. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's even more advanced. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2 more. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 5, 4, 3. Last time. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees in, hands to the shins, head down. Rock and roll a little bit side to side. We're going to go through our typical series of 5 or our ab series. So that 100 is a warm up for our warm up. So that series of 5 is an ab warm up. It doesn't quite feel like a warm up, does it? So that little 100 kind of gets our abs prepped for what we're going to do next. So we're going to go through some double bent leg stretches, single bent leg stretches, double straight leg stretch, single straight leg stretch, and then onto our crisscross. So for the double bent leg stretch, we're pretty much right there. So both legs are bent. I want you to squeeze the legs together, making a long mermaid tail, right? Like you've zipped those legs up, point the toes long, reach long through the head and neck. Again, tuck a pretend pencil under the chin. Round up, look right at your belly button. Tuck the knees in and bring your head higher. We're going to open the arms and the legs only so far as that small back stays in the mat, and then scoop around and tuck back in. That's 6. Here we go. 5, 4, 3. Stay with me if you can. And 1. We're going to switch to single leg. So you're going to extend one leg and put the hands on the shin of the other. Pull it in for a double inhale. Inhale, exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale, switch. Come a little higher through that head. Inhale, exhale, switch. Good. Now you want to make it a little bit more challenging. You'll extend that other leg long toward the mat. Good. And 6. Good. Now bring your head down. Rock and roll a little bit side to side. And we're going to do our double straight leg and then single straight leg stretch. So same 2 exercises, just changing the legs a little bit. Straighten those legs up. Now you may not have a mirror around to see how straight they are, so really kind of pay attention. Are my knees pretty tight there, or do I have a pretty good bend in them? If you have a bend in them, you are going to keep your hands right behind the thighs, right on the hamstrings. If you can get them nice and straight, you can bring yourself as far up as you're comfortable. So it should feel a little bit stretchy. That's why it's called the double leg stretch. So reach long through the head and neck. Tuck the pencil under the chin. Once again, round up or leave your head down if you need to. Hands start behind the thighs. Inhale and exhale. Good. So you get to grab those legs wherever is most comfortable for you, keeping them straight. Perfect. Pull the abs in. And one more. Good. Now, can you stay with me and we'll go into one leg at a time. So again, behind the thigh, inhale, exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale, switch. Or farther up if you're comfortable with it. Now, keep that small back pressed in and give that a nice gentle pull as you extend that leg even farther toward the floor. And bring the other one closer toward your face. Good. How about one more? I lost count. Inhale and exhale and release. Tuck the knees in. Head down. Rock and roll a little bit side to side. All right. We're going to go into our crisscross, which works through our obliques. I just realized I didn't put my special microphone on, so there's a chance you might be hearing my daughters playing downstairs or hear some noise in the background, or I'm not as clear. I apologize. I just forgot to put it on. I see it over there, but it's not on. So shoulders are back and down. Bring the fingertips behind the ears. Now at this point, your head and neck may be tired and you might need to keep them down. So let's start, everybody, with the head down, and then we'll build up from there. So you just take what's available to you today. I want you to draw those shoulders back and down and squeeze the small back into the mat by pulling your abdominals up and in as though hiding your belly button behind your sternum. Good. We're going to tuck the right knee across to the left shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Just tuck it over and switch. Tuck it over. So you're feeling quite a bit of work in the hip flexors in this position, and squeeze, of course, into the abdominals as well. Those side obliques. Good. I'm going to make it a little bit more challenging. Extend that other leg and reach. Getting that knee in toward the armpit. Good. Good. Keep going. And if you're ready, we'll go ahead and add in that head raise. So I'm going to reach up, bring the right shoulder to the left knee, and extend the left knee long. And reach. Good. Keep it up. Shoulders back, belly in tight. Good. There's 6 there. Bring your head down. We're going to go ahead and add on to this just a little bit more should you want it. So we're going to bring both legs straight and do a scissor crisscross. Shoulders back. We're going to do some more scissors later as well. So those legs are nice and straight right over the hips. So I don't need them all the way up here. It would actually be a little bit more challenging to take them a little farther away from the hips. So shoulders back and down. Reach long through the head and neck. Tuck up. Now, the knee is still going to try to come to the shoulder while the other leg extends. Inhale and exhale. Reach up through the body so that the shoulder blades, just the tips, are touching as you come up. And I want you to look past that knee. Think about keeping those elbows wide because it's shoulder to knee, not elbow to knee. And reach. Good. 6 and 6. Good. And we're done there. Bring those knees in. Rock and roll side to side. Good. So even though that series is called the ab series, that does not mean we're done with our abs because Pilates, all of it is abs basically, right? Remember, every movement originates in that powerhouse. So those abdominals are working and firing all the way through the hour-long class. Yay, right? Okay, so we're going to go into a little bit of leg work here. I want you to bring your hands onto the mat, open the shoulders wide, squeezing those clavicles open and pressing into the mat here. Go ahead and bring both legs straight up toward the ceiling. Bring the heels toward each other and toes apart. So you once again have that nice Pilates V. Point those toes long, squeeze the legs in to begin. All right, I'm probably going to hit this wall here, so I'm going to show you more on the front leg how deep I want you to go. So shoulders are back and down, pressing open into the mat here. We're going to open the legs. Good, come as far as you can. Flex the foot, turn the toe down, and then squeeze back in to lead with the heels. Point the toes again. Inhale, flex, toes down, and squeeze. That's it. Point. Inhale, flex, toes down, squeeze. And don't go too aggressive on that first couple, but you are trying to make this a little bit deeper each time. And one more, please. Like that. And then we're going to stay here. Point those toes. We're going to go as slow out as we can. I want you to take 3, maybe even 4 breaths to get all the way out and down and then come back up. It'll be a fun challenge, right? So squeeze the legs together to begin. Point those toes. Inhaling and exhaling. Smooth like butter. Nice and slow like molasses. Good. Am I hungry or what? Belly and tight. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Can you make it any farther out? Inhale and exhale. How about one more breath all the way down? Inhale and exhale. Good. Now flex that foot. Turn it down. We're coming back in. Inhale and exhale. Do you feel those lower abdominals firing here? Smooth and slow. You are in control of those legs all the way up. Feeling some resistance. Inhale and exhale again. Inhale and exhale all the way back together. Keep those feet flexed, bend the knees, and take them to the outside of the rib cage. Now, we're just going to do some heel presses here before we add on to our extensions into frog legs. So this is not going to look like much. You are just literally going to squeeze the heels together and release 6 times, finding the work right into those inner thighs. Shoulders back. Inhale and exhale. Squeeze. 6. Inhale and exhale. Squeeze. 5. Inhale and exhale. Squeeze. 4. Good. Squeeze. 3. The heels aren't even coming apart. They're just squeezing super deep. Good. And one more, please. Excellent. Now we're going to keep that squeeze and extend the legs. Let's start straight up. A little bit more challenging is longer toward the floor. So you find what works for you. Inhale and exhale. Press, point the toes, and come back in. Flex the feet. Squeeze out. Point and back in. Inhale and exhale. Press, point, and pull back in. And press, point, pull back in. Press, point. Good. One more like this. You know the pattern. You know what's up. We've got a nice slow one to go next. So kind of reset. Flex the feet. Keep those knees wide. Press those heels in all the way through. Tuck just a little bit through the pubic bone to feel the small back press in. And try to keep it as low as you can and as slow and steady as possible. Here we go. Inhaling And exhaling, good. Squeeze the legs together, inhaling. And exhaling, good. We're about halfway. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath to get all the way out there. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Point the toes. Feel that small back pressing in. Engage those abs. Here we go. Inhaling. And exhaling. Feel that small back pressing in deeper. Press those heels together. And exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Let's return all the way home. Inhale. And exhale. Perfect. Tuck those knees in. Place the hands on the shins. Rock and roll just a little bit to release the small back. So our next little series is going to be in a shoulder bridge if you so choose. So I don't mean bridge. I'm sorry. I always say that wrong. A shoulder stand. So if you want to, you're going to bring yourself all the way up. So just your head and shoulder blades are on the mat basically. If you don't want to, you're going to stay right where you are with your hips down and your legs will be up. We're going to do a few exercises kind of up in the air here. So shoulders back, press your hands in. Now you can either just bring those legs straight up over the hips once again, or you can push yourself up into that shoulder stand. Feel free to put your hands on your hips if you want to. All right, so first we're going to go for a little bicycle ride, and I want you to flex your feet. We're going to ride that bicycle, inhaling and exhaling. Good. We're going to do about 8 each direction here. Are you breathing? Good. Try to make each breath a full circle. Good. We got 2 more. Inhale and exhale. And there's 8. Good. Now pause. We'll point those toes and go the other way. Inhale and exhale. And just like riding a bike, going the opposite direction is always a little bit of a challenge for our coordination. Good. Keep breathing. And 8 and 8. Perfect. I want you to stay up here. And we're going to do leg circles in at the same time. So we're going to come down and open around. Down and open around. 2. Down and open around. 3. Down. 4. 5. And 6. Let's go the other way. Open. Come down. Find each other. Squeeze back up. 6. 5. 4. Remember, take those hips down if you need to. 3. 2. And 1. Perfect. So with your hips down, you can keep your hips up. I just want to show what this one would look like. We've got one more move to do. We're going to try to do toe taps over the head. With your hips down, you're going to kick the ceiling and come back down slowly. With your hips up, you're going to try to touch those toes to the floor above your head. We're just going to shoot for 6, and we're going to bring ourselves down slowly. So I'll come back up here, pull those abs in tight, and can you bring those feet down and up? 6, 5, keep them straight. 4, abs tight, good challenge here. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Pull your abs in tight, and I want you to lower yourself down. Nice and slow. Just like a jackknife. Straighten those legs over the hips. The higher the legs are and the straighter over the hips they are, the more challenging that is. Excellent job. Tuck those knees in. Rock and roll a little bit side to side to release the spine. Good. Go ahead and kick yourself up to seated, and we're going to come face down for a little bit of back work here. So I want you to bring yourself onto the mat in a prone position. Excellent. Go ahead and bring your feet flat on the mat behind you, and we're just going to go into a little mini swan. So shoulders are back, hands are right under the shoulders, elbows tucked right next to your rib cage. Pull your abs in tight, and if you want to, you can start with your head all the way down, but if you prefer not to put your face on your mat, that's fine too. We'll just come up, raise the gaze, then your chin, then your shoulders come down as you come up. And I just want you to go right to where you feel it all the way along the spine there. And back down. Inhale. And exhale. Pull those abs in, shoulders back. Come a little bit higher. Press into the hands just a smidge, but you're not straightening them yet. I want you to start to engage through the legs as well. Inhale and exhale, engage. Reach long through the legs. You should find them lifting slightly as you're reaching. And down. Excellent job. Couple more here. Reach and lift. Can you come a little higher? And we have one more, and I want you to come as high as you can. Inhale and exhale all the way up. Reach long through those legs. Squeeze the glutes. Good. And now we're going to change it slightly. I want you to place your feet down, and we're going to lift through the thighs, keeping the body arched toward the mat. So toes are not tucked under like a plank. Toes are flat. Tops of the feet and hands only if you can. So shoulders back, coming up just the same way. But this time, lifting all the way up, straightening those arms. And press the belly down, shoulders back, look up. And come all the way down. Perfect. Now we're going to go for a little swim. So this one's a little bit of cardio mixed in with our small movements. A couple of options here. If your arms do not like to go over your head when you're standing, they're not going to like it right here either. So you might bring those elbows bent into a nice skydiver position instead. Otherwise, we're going to reach those arms out, and I want you to go ahead and turn the thumbs up and pinkies down as though you were getting ready to clap your hands. And we're going to build up into the full swim, which is, again, a little bit cardio focused. So pull those abs in tight. Draw your shoulders back and down away from your ears, and reach long through the fingers. I want you to reach just the right arm, left leg up, and down. Good. Feel the work in your small back. Reach again. Good. And some of you, this is not your favorite position. Your back is not so into this. You could do this standing, just reaching one arm and leg. You could also do this on all fours instead, if that feels better. Some people come down from all fours into this position, and other people come up, depending on what the challenge is. Good. Now, we're going to reach just both arms. So keep the legs flat behind, shoulders back and down. Inhale and exhale. Reach long through the fingertips and let that chest rise just a little bit. And down. Now let's do it through the legs. Inhale and exhale. Reach long through the toes. Lift. And down. Now everything at once. Inhale and exhale. Reach. And down. This time when we come up, we're going to put it all together. So you're going to come all the way up and go for a swim, kind of like that scuba diver bathtub toy that it's a wind-up toy, right? And he just kind of swims around the tub with long, straight arms and legs. Your other option is to continue just doing one side at a time if you need that contact. So shoulders are back and down. Reach long through the fingers and toes. That lift is the secondary movement. The reach is the primary movement. All right, now right, left, right. Here we go. Go for a swim. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Can you draw those abs up a little bit more and squeeze through the glutes? Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep working. Inhale and exhale. About halfway there. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, good. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Reach a little higher. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. And release. Excellent job. Hands under the shoulders. Hips back over the heels. A little clamshell stretch. Let your head relax here. Walk your fingertips away. Just a brief stretch for the small back. Excellent job. We're going to come into our sideline position next. Grab a drink if you need it. Hopefully you're not talking as much as me, right? So for our sideline position, you're going to bring your hip to your shoulder right along the back edge of your mat, and your legs come right toward that front corner. Options with your head. You can have your elbow bent like mine and your hand supporting your head. You could also have your hand extended and your head down. All right, so those are a couple of options. For some of it, if you wanted to come really high, you could work a little bit deeper into the obliques, but not all of it will be possible that way. So if you're new to Pilates, you might end up needing to bend this bottom leg to keep your body nice and steady. So the idea here is that we're going to move our leg, and our leg only. The body doesn't move at all. So we're going to really rely on those abdominals to keep everything steady. Often I say envision a coffee pot or a teapot. I don't like coffee, so teapot for me on the hip and the cup on the shoulder. And you don't want either one of those to fall off, right? So draw the shoulder back and down. Place that hand right in front of you as a tripod. Draw those shoulders back and open the chest just a little bit more. Flex your feet. Good. Reach that top leg a little bit longer, and you'll find that that will help you stack the hips. Point the toe. Perfect. We're going to start with circles today. So we're going to inhale forward and exhale around and down. 6, 5. Good. So don't let that body be rocking at all. 3, 2, and 1. Go the other way. Inhale behind, exhale around. 6, 5. So this is not a giant circle yet. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Now, keep that toe pointed. Extend it again to restack it. We're going to go up and down. So pointed, but go ahead and open the whole leg. So I've got the heels together. I'm going to bring it up, flex the foot, and squeeze it back down. Now look at your feet. They should be making a nice L because that toe is turned up and toward the ceiling. Again, inhale and exhale. 2, shoulders back. Pull those abs up and in. And 3, you should be able to have some space, a little whisper of breath between your abs, your rib cage, and the mat. Good. And here's 6. Good. Point that toe long. We're going to bring it forward and back. Inhale forward and flex and exhale to squeeze it behind. Now right here is where that hip wants to come unstacked. So pay a lot of attention toward the back. You probably have a bigger range of motion toward the front than you do toward the back. So you do not let that hip come unstacked. Inhale and exhale. Squeeze. Nice work. Inhale and exhale. Pull those abs in. Inhale and exhale. Good. There's 6. Now we're going to put that front back movement together with the circle. We're going to make a giant circle that is actually going to unstack the hips as we do it. So I'm going to actually straighten my leg just a little bit more instead of being all the way toward the corner. I'm bringing it back just a little bit. We're going to come all the way forward, all the way up, open the hip, and bring it back around. Good. Try it again. Inhale and exhale. Use those abdominals and open that hip as much as you can. Good. And there's 6. We're going to go the other way. Inhale and exhale. 6, 5. Use those abs. Pull the shoulders back and down and relax them a little bit. Good work. And 3, and 2, and 1. And done. Perfect. Bring that down. We're going to bring that top leg over, and I want you to place the foot right in front of the thigh. Now you can either grab in front of the shin or behind the shin or not at all, kind of depending on what feels good for your body, but I like it behind here. I'm going to pull that, and I'm actually going to try to get that leg even farther up toward me. If that's okay with your hip, you can try it. Now straighten that bottom leg and point the toe. Good. Shoulders back and down again. Now, if your hip is like, I'm not coming in front like that, take it behind. Keep it pressed in and engaged as you lift this leg, but keep it working. If that's more comfortable, your hip doesn't like this position, absolutely fine. Point the toe. Here we go. We're just going to squeeze up. 6. Don't let it come all the way down. 5, 4. Abs tighter. 3, 2, and 1. Flex the foot. Go again. Squeeze. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Point that toe. Little bitty circle. 6, 5, 4. Right to me. 3, 2, 1. Pause. Go the other way behind. 6, 5, 4. Are you breathing? 3, 2, 1. Bring that down. Bring the knee over and tap out your hip. If you've never done this before, I know it's weird, but you kind of find a place where a little bit of tension lies, and that little pounding on your hip can make it feel a little bit better. Good. And then we're going to go ahead and come switching right to the other side. So you're going to come down and just roll right over. I'm going to roll all the way around. And then again, line up the hip and the shoulder along that back edge of the mat. Place your hand under your head. Engage your legs. Again, you might need to bend that bottom leg to keep the hips straight and stacked. Pull the abs up and in like you could, they always kind of describe it. I assume this is something Joe said or someone else, Joe Pilates, you know, my best friend, to build a little mouse house. A little mouse could run between you and that mat. So you're trying to pull those abs up and in, kind of a gross thought, but whatever you want to think about to pull those abs and keep them engaged. Hand down, shoulder back and down. Flex the foot. Good. Point the top foot. And we're going with circles first. Bring it up. Inhale forward and exhale around. 6, 5, abs tighter. 4, engage this leg as well. 3, flexing that foot. 2, inhale and exhale. 1, reverse the circle. Inhale and exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And we're going to do front backs next. So front pointed and flex to squeeze behind. I think actually we went up down first, but that's all right. We'll get it all in. Abs tighter. Inhale. Exhale. Good. 1 more, please. And 6. Now point that toe and turn the whole leg up toward the ceiling as we bring it up. So up and flex. Squeeze down. Are you making an L with the feet? Squeeze through those glutes, team. Inhale and exhale. 2. Squeeze that bottom glute to keep you steady. Abs tight. One more, please. And 6. Excellent. All right, bring that leg over. I think that's all we did. Up, down, front, back, circles. Yep. All right, so bring that leg over and find what's happy for this hip. This side might need to go like this, even though you could do it on the other side. Our hips are often a little bit sassier on one side than the other. So you might want to hold it in front. You might want to hold it behind. Go ahead and straighten that leg. Let's point it. Shoulders draw back and down. Belly button in tight. Reach long and squeeze up. 6. Don't let it come all the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flex the foot. Squeeze. 6 and 5 and 4 and 3. Squeeze. 2 and 1. Point the toes. Circles. 6 toward me first. 4. If you went the other way, no problem. Just reverse it. 2 and 1. Other way. Inhale and exhale. 6. Oh, I remembered what I forgot. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just like a regular live class. We're going to make that big circle, right? So I talked about the front backs and the circle going together. So flex the foot. We're going to bring it all the way forward and all the way around behind. So that back part is a little bit straighter, not just because I have the wall there, but because I'm trying not to just roll onto my back, right? Good. Inhale and exhale. That's 6. Let's go the other way. Behind first, all the way up and forward. 6, 5. So this one is a little bit more rolly through the hips. Inhale and exhale. And 2. And 1. Good, and then we'll stretch out that hip. Sorry about the wrong order, but we got it all in. So bring that leg over, knee down, tap out that hip a little bit. Just give it a little bit of a stretch here. Good. Perfect. All righty. All right. So we're going to go into a roll up next. So I want you to just roll right onto your back here. Flex your feet and bring your body all the way down. Your arms are going to stay right next to you and then reach all the way up here. So shoulders are back. You're going to engage all the way through the legs. If you've done Pilates before, you've probably done this. And you've probably figured out that it's a lot harder than you want it to be or than it even looks sometimes. So all we're going to do, it's just really easy, right, is roll up to seated, and then we're going to do a forward reach over those toes. In a couple of books that I have, it describes this as the way you get out of bed in the morning. That's not exactly the way I get out of bed. It feels a little less graceful than this. So see what you got here. Flex the legs, engage all the way through. Feel the small back press in. And as you feel the small back press in, it wants to draw your shoulders down, so you're going to reach them up. Now, pull your abs in tighter. Inhale, exhale. Keep those legs anchored, and each and every vertebra first pushes into the mat and then lifts up. Round, round, round through that spine. We're going to do these nice and slow. My shirt's hot and sweaty and tall. Inhale and exhale. Reach out over those feet. See how deep you can go there through that stretch. Pull the shoulders back and down. Once you think about them coming to the outside of the rib cage, stack back up. Shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck the chin. Pull the belly button in. Round down. You are using control and precision all the way through this movement. Good. We're going to try it once more. And if you cannot come up without lifting those legs or grabbing onto something, I'm going to give you an option. Pull those abs in. Squeeze. Reach long. Engage. Tuck. Alrighty, all the way up. Shoulders back and reach. Good. Belly button in. Stack tall. Good. Go again. So this time I'm going to show you an option. So instead of keeping these legs straight and you're kind of lifting them up as you're coming up, I want you to bend your knees and place your feet down. Now, if you can do it with your legs on the mat, I want you to do it that way. Shoulders back. Press into the feet, squeeze the small back, reach up, grab behind the thighs, and pull just a little bit through the arms. Try to keep it as much in the abs as you can. Then extend those legs. Inhale and exhale. Reach shoulder blades outside the rib cage. Maybe you can grab the feet for a big stretch. Stack back up. Good. We're halfway there. Inhale and exhale. Tuck and roll. So you are trying to make each and every vertebra have its own moment with the mat on the way down and up. So really working on that spinal articulation. Inhale, flex the feet, tuck, roll up. Good. Shoulders stay back and down to the outside of the rib cage as you reach toward the feet. And stack up. Good work. Two more. Do you want to make them harder or easier? Your choice here. So remember your option of bending those knees. Maybe you want to try it with straight legs again. I will tell you this move itself took me 6 months to get accurate. The first time I was learning Pilates, which, I don't know, 13, 14 years ago, something like that. So to make it a little more challenging, I'm going to go ahead and open those legs a little bit wider and point the toes. So instead of flexing the feet, they're pointed. I'm going to squeeze into those glutes, small back engaged. Inhale. Exhale, press the small back in as I'm lifting through each and every vertebra, keeping those legs anchored in the mat. Rounded body, pull that belly button up and again. Inhale and exhale, reach out in between the toes here and stack up. One more time, you want to make it even harder. Instead of having those arms reaching out from the shoulders, you'll keep them right up next to the ears as you come up. So let's try it. This one's hard for me. I might not even be able to get it with good form. So pull those abs in tight. Squeeze the small back in. Inhale and exhale. Reach. Good. Inhale and exhale. Reach forward and come tall. I want you to flex your feet and bring them back to hip distance apart. Good. We're going to stay right here and we're going to open and scoop that arm back and around to get into the obliques. We're going to stay on that side and reach. Inhale and exhale. Good. Keep your legs anchored. Use the abdominals and articulate that spine. Good. One more, please. Excellent. How about the other side? Inhale and exhale. 6, 5. How low can you go? 4. Good. Keep working. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Stay right here, nice and tall. We're going to get one more time through the obliques, little sideways movement here. I want you to roll back right to where kind of the end of the tailbone is on the mat. And I want you to make a big circle around and back. So it's like you're drawing a circle around your legs on the floor. So you don't have to lift those arms very high. Just take that nice circle for the obliques. One more. And finish the other way. Perfect. All righty. I want you to plant your feet and roll down. We're going to do one shoulder bridge. So we're going to add on to the top just a little, not going to be a very long series. Bring the feet in closer to your hips where you're most comfortable. Well, you can see me okay here. So the feet are going to be planted into your mat here. The knees are going to be engaged as though they're magnetically drawn toward one another. They just can't quite make it. And you're going to engage all the way through those abdominals, of course. So start with your hips in neutral. That means I don't have a big tilt forward or a big tilt backwards. Those hips are just parallel with the floor. Now, press into your heels. Pull those abs up and in. Squeeze the small back in and start with a nice forward tilt. So you have a pelvic tilt toward your head, almost like you had a string right on the end of that bone and you're pulling it up. Now, press the small back in. Squeeze those knees in toward each other and peel yourself up into a nice straight line from the knees to the shoulders. Good. Press your hands down, opening through the shoulders. Good. All right. Pull your abs in tight. And I want you to lift the heels, drop the heels. Lift, drop. So it's a nice calf press. Good. Now, if you want a little bit more, you can actually reach those arms up instead of onto the mat or even overhead instead if you'd prefer. Just reach them long. If you had a weight handy, you might even put that in your hands. And one more, and then we're just going to alternate. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Good, good. Squeeze, squeeze. Just a couple more. Right through those calves. You're feeling this, yes? All right, now, both heels up again if you can stand it. If you need to, you can even walk the feet in a little bit closer. We're just going to open and close those knees a few times and then come down. Pull the abs in tight. Squeeze through the glutes. Open and close. 8, 7. Inhale. Exhale. Heels can be down if you need to. Good. Remember, the arms can be wherever you like them. 2 and 1. Lift up. Pull those abs in and peel down slowly. 1 vertebra at a time. Drop the heels. Lift the toes for a little stretch. Good. Cross one leg over the other. We're going to take a second to do our little figure 4 stretch here because we won't come back onto our backs. Roll the ankle. Both directions. Pull in. I like to go side to side here. You see what works for you. This is one of my favorites. Love going side to side. Gets a good stretch through that outer hip. And then let's go ahead and switch sides. Grab behind the opposite hamstring. Open it with this elbow if you want to. Roll the ankle. And reverse that for 3, 2, 1. Rock and roll side to side. And 1. Good. And uncross. Come up to seated. And we're going to start with a side plank and then go into our plank series. So we're going to do a couple of ways to get into that side plank. You can be on your forearm. You can be on your hand. For me, forearm is often a little bit more challenging for the obliques, but sometimes that wrist doesn't like the high position. So I end up in the lower position. So you kind of play around with that. You can have your bottom knee down or have both legs up. Your feet can be stacked or staggered from toe to heel. So lots of options there. And I want you to kind of build up to getting a little bit harder each time. We're actually going to work into hopefully a twist today from this side plank. Then we're gonna go on. So go ahead and pick, I'm gonna start with my knee down just to demonstrate that one. Then we'll do one more, then we'll try the twist. So 3 total on each side. Shoulders back. I'm gonna extend the top leg and just lift up. So use your abdominals to lift up. Reach your arm up and look at that top thumb. Now your bottom wrist, it might wanna be the other way. It might wanna be forward. Not a big deal. Good. Shoulders back. Lift a little bit higher through that hip. Inhale and exhale, come on down. Now, next one, I want you to just go a level up from that. Or if that was what you got today, do that one again. But I'm going to go ahead and stack the feet this time and try to come all the way up. You don't have to do any more additions. Just try to go kind of a level up, right? Shoulders back. Pull those abs in tight. Inhale and exhale. Lift. Look at the top thumb. Get this accurate. So you're trying to use your abdominals and your arm, of course, but squeeze through the legs, squeeze into the abs, and come on down. Perfect. So the twist is kind of like a thread the needle with a pike. So the hips actually come high as we reach through. You'll need to stagger your feet for this one, and it is a challenge. So if the first 2 were enough for you, you just do one more side plank, and we'll switch to the other side. So I've got the feet staggered so that I can come onto those toes as I lift the hips. So come right into your side plank. That's it. Now, I want you to go ahead and lift the hips and come onto the toes. Reach through, tap the opposite shoulder, and come back in. Can you do that one more time? Up and in. And we'll come down slowly and carefully. Be careful not to wrench that shoulder down while it's kind of in that up position. Switch around to the other side and do the same thing. So you've got 3 to do. 1 is kind of basic, 2 a level up, and then 3 into that nice twist if you want to. Shoulders back. I'm going to do the same 3 on this side. Pull the hips and abs up and in. And here we go. And just hold it and get it right. Look at the top thumb. Extend the leg a little bit more. Pull the abs up. Reach that hip up a little higher. Inhale and exhale. Let's come on down. Perfect. Number 2, I had my feet stacked. Maybe you did the same thing. Maybe you did something different. Maybe you did something different, but you want to try this time, or the other side was easier or harder. You've always got a little bit of imbalance, so one side might work a little better. Pull those abs in, and up we go. Again, look at that top thumb. Try to come nice and steady. Pull those abs up and in. Inhaling, exhaling. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Now let's inhale and come on down. Perfect. All right, go ahead and stagger the feet. I like my top one in front. It doesn't matter a ton. It's probably better to have the top one in front for the twist. But if you just want to stagger your feet, it doesn't matter too much. So remember, we're going to come up. We're going to lift the hips, come onto the toes, and thread the needle by tapping the opposite shoulder. You got it? We did it twice. Shoulders back. Inhale and exhale up. Now, push back and up through the hips. Onto the toes, tap the shoulder, and come back. And again up. And in. And come down slowly. Right. Face down for one quick regular plank. I want you to pick your favorite plank. It might be knees. It might be toes. If it's knees, cross the ankles. It might be forearms. It might be hands. Your favorite plank. We're going to get it right, and then we're going to cool down. You ready? Shoulders back. Pull those abs in. Elbows are right next to your rib cage, no matter what position you have for those hands. Again, if you want to go on your knees, you'll cross the ankles. Pull the abs up and in. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the quadriceps and hamstrings. And then come up as one long line. Good. So I don't have the hips higher than the chest, right? If you have a low back issue, I'd rather see your hips were a little higher than too low. That'll help with that if you need it. Shoulders are back and down. Reach long through the head, looking ahead of the mat. All right? Now, pull those shoulders to the outside of the rib cage, on into the abdominals. Pull them up and in like you're hiding that belly button once again behind the sternum. Or if I were going to come around and punch you in the stomach right now, you were flexing for it, being prepared, right? I've never actually done that, right? Squeeze through the quadriceps and glutes. Good, just hold. Now let's do a rocking plank, forward and back. 8, 7, it. 2 and 1. Good. Now slowly lower yourself down. Elbows right next to you to get a little work into those triceps. Nice work. Are you ready to cool down? I know I am. I'm going to put my feet flat, push myself up, hips back over the heels, fingertips start extended, walk those away from you, and then I want you to drag those hands back, flip the palms up, and let the head come down. I like my knees a little bit wider than my shoulders to get deeper here. So find what works for you. Now remember, we're still in Pilates class. We do not stop moving. So sometimes I just encourage you to wiggle your fingers in the stretch to remind you to reach farther back and fold a little bit deeper into yourself here. Inhale and exhale. Reach those arms out again and bring yourself onto all fours. Perfect. I want you to bring the right leg up and right in between those hands. Good. Leave the back knee down for just a minute. Push a little forward, pull a little back. And then we're going to go ahead and extend onto the toes through that back leg. Wiggle that leg as far back as you can, keeping this front knee right over the ankle. So a nice runner's lunge here. Press up through that back knee pit. Good. Inhale, exhale. I want you to pop this foot just a little bit forward to where you can get both heels down and both legs straight. Now your flexibility might be such that you could have done it in that way back position. Mine is just not quite there. Inhale and exhale, bend, and we will switch. So bring that leg forward and back, knee down first. Remember, we went forward and back just a couple of times. Good. And then let's go ahead and lift long through that knee pit. Wiggle that foot as far back as you can. Shoulders back. Push back through the heel. Yes, that feels wonderful. Good. And then pop that foot forward to where you can get both heels down and both legs straight. Hands as close to the mat as possible. Inhale and exhale. I want you to bring the foot right next to the other. Keep your hands down on the mat. So if you have to choose straight legs or hands down, choose straight legs and let your hands just come close to the feet. But if you can get the hands down on the mat and straight legs, that would be a great goal. Go ahead and walk your hands out a little bit farther, keeping those legs straight and kind of push the weight forward and back and again. Good. Now, go ahead and grab your forearms here and shake your head. Yes, I love Pilates. Shake your head, no, I will not be too sore tomorrow. Shake your head, yes, I'll try it again. Shake your head, no, I will try not to eat a whole cake by myself today. It's a challenge around here. Everybody's baking all the time. Bring those arms down. Pull those abs in tight. Let your head stay down and stack your spine up. One vertebra right on top of the other. Shoulder blades are staying back and down. Good. And then neck and head come up last. Roll the shoulders. Turn to face me. Oh, we went a minute over. Sorry about that. Let's finish here. So heels together, toes apart. Back the way we started, right? Inhale and exhale. Reach up. I want you to reach higher onto the toes. Good. And try to hold that. Reach a little higher. Turn the fingertips away from each other and then bring those arms down slowly with resistance. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Shoulders back and down. Reach longer. Inhale and exhale. You've got it. Squeeze the shoulder blades toward one another and down the rib cage. And down. Excellent job. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm sure my hair is all sorts of crazy at this point. Perfect job. Join me another time on YouTube or on the Four Seasons Facebook page or on the Four Seasons website. We've got links to all of these classes. So if you want to join me again, I would love to see you. Have a wonderful day. Thanks.